Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Boxing. I'm Leti.
I'm LB.
And let's get into a literally explosive fight this weekend.
Man,
so
that's a good word for it.
So we have Fernando Martinez out of Argentina.
A.K.A. Puma.
Versus Jade Bornea out of the Philippines.
Yeah.
So, woo! Guys, if you guys watched that fight, you guys know why we said it was an explosive fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that in a while, actually, in boxing, or I don't think ever I saw that.
But we'll get into it.
Yeah, but we did have Puma defend his title and keep his title.
Yep.
He won. They it was a TKO that they stopped the fight pretty much.
Yep. And it was a good, exciting fight. It was a good matchup too. And this was actually a competitive fight. To start off, Puma actually, he fought this fight a little different than the other fights. Usually, he was non-stop pressure, but he took his time a little bit this time when he was fighting Bornea. Especially to start off, but then later as the fight got on, he started to, he definitely started to turn up. He was whipping that left hook all night. That's his, that was his go-to. But I was also impressed with Bornea. Bornea, he was good, skilled. He showed a lot of skills. He did switch a little bit, but he fought mostly as a southpaw. He had some explosive combinations, especially a 1-2. He had some quick feet. It kind of reminded me of some other Filipino fighters. He did leave his feet on a couple of them, but yeah, it was an action-packed fight. It's a good style matchup, and it was competitive.
Yeah, it was definitely competitive. And then I think, like you said, Martinez did start a little bit slower off, because I think it was Bornea was just boxing him a little bit more. Yeah, he was boxing
very well from the outside. And both, I'll say this about both fighters. Also, they were both did a good job going to the body.
They did. They really did. But then Puma stepped on the gear a little more. He had some good combinations that landed. And it was just a really good fight. And it was to get into it. I think they did have actually, before they stopped the fight, Puma even above on the scorecards. But like you said, Bornea came and he, they talked about he ain't seen his wife and kids in like 2 years.
He was fighting like it.
And once I heard that, I was like, ooh, Puma might be in some trouble, because if you ain't seen your kids and you say you're going to go back
with the
title and this is your chance, he was, like you said, he was fighting like, hey, this is my shot. I want to see my kids and my wife. And I was like, ooh, Puma's probably going to have a tough night.
Yeah, and there was even sometimes, and Bornea did fight well, and there was even a time during the fight I was like, oh, he's starting to get loose and he's starting to get a little comfortable. He even countered well. The thing that Puma was really having a lot of success is following Bornea out. Following him out when Bornea went to exit, he would follow him out, and he was able to land a lot of shots with Bornea going back. But it was an entertaining fight, and it was and then all the way up until the explosion, really.
Guys, like, that shit was crazy. I feel like
I ain't never seen it.
I forgot what round it was on that he came in, and I seen Bornea's ear, and I was like, what is his ear inside out, like flip, like what the hell?
It looked like some nutty professor. Right. Like Nutty Professor when he was changing. That's what that's how it looked when it swelled up.
That shit was crazy, because as soon as I looked at it, I was like, wait, what the? Look at his ear. Boom. That shit just exploded.
Yeah. And after that, the fight was over after that.
I was like, what the heck? Like, the blood even just like got on the camera.
Yeah, it was crazy. And the fight after that, like I said, it was a competitive fight, but then once that happened, the fight was over, and it should have. I felt, and it should have been over.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna stop it, and the ref just came, and it was like, "Do you want to continue?" I'm like, "Can he even hear?" Was like that the drum? I don't know what, but They did go back to his corner, and they told him, okay, one more round. He came out that round, and then he was gonna go back at it again, and then I think that's when they stopped.
Yeah, it was too bad. It was too bad, and when even when it popped or whatever, like Bornea just stopped, like in the middle of it, like what the heck? But yeah, it should have. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be over, but as soon as that happened, the fight was pretty much over. So Puma ended up getting the victory, the TKO victory. It was a good fight, and he came out on top. He got a title defense, And I definitely want to see Bornea back too. You know, he was exciting to watch.
He fought a good fight.
Yeah, I was impressed by him.
He fought a good fight.
Yeah.
You know, and then at the end, Puma, you know, he had his list still of shout outs.
They didn't let him get him off this time.
They didn't, but yeah. So like with Puma, he kept his title. He takes it back to Argentina. But what do you think is going to be next for him? Who do you think is going to fight?
Man, you know, just there's a few options out there that I would like to see him fight. You know, pretty much all of them are unifications. I would like to see him fight. We do know Estrada over there. He's got a title, and you know, him fighting a boxer, I think that would be a style matchup. The pressure fighter versus the boxer, and Estrada. Who's a future Hall of Famer. I think that would be a good matchup. You also got him and Chocolatito would probably be an action-packed fight just for the way that they fight also. The other one, I think the one who beat Nakatani, I think his name is, where he beat the Maloney brother. I think that would be a good matchup too.
That was a good fight too.
Yep, and that was he's a solid, nice southpaw. But you know, there's a few fights out there that I would like to see him. Any of those that you like to see?
I do like the style with El Gallo because as we seen, Bornea was kind of boxing him a little bit more trouble. And we know that El Gallo, he can box and he can bang also on the inside. So that would be a good little matchup to see. I wouldn't be mad at that one for the unification. Argentina versus Mexico. That'd be cool.
Yep. So those are coming as matchups. It's going to be interesting. But like I said, like we always say, whoever gets matched up with, he's nonstop action. And we know we're going to be in for an exciting fight. So we just can't wait to see that.
Yep.
So, but yeah, let us know below what you guys thought of the fight or who you guys want to see him get matched up with next. But that's all we got. So thanks for tuning in, y'all.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Or talk your shit. And